Alright. Our goal here is to pass 7 days without losing the game or going to AL14 and yeah, and having the equipment we need. Mainly not losing the game is the big one. Also, I practiced offline. Temple again. I tried a lot of different things. So one thing I found out was double rocket launcher was not a thing. I didn't have. Maybe if I had two good Rocketeer supports, I might consider it or something. But it was not very useful actually. So the extra Rocketeer, I'm not going to do. So let's cancel this. I want to make sure I don't cancel the wrong thing. Gotta be fucking annoying. Okay, so we don't need this. I'm like 90% certain I don't need acid, triple acid. I didn't use triple acid. These stellarators are okay. I probably only need one, but whatever, we have two, so we'll build two. I don't feel like... Or did I just queue this up? I don't even know. How long does it take for me to build it? So I probably just queued it anyways. Damn it. So the reason I'm considering freeing up those resources is because I probably could use an extra flying armor, but I'd have to build I have to build it quickly. It's a lot of money. I need like another 70 Illyrium or whatever. And then I don't think there's any other equipment I needed. What the hell? Shoot. Let me bring up my list. By the way, this is going to be a pretty boring stream. If anyone's... I'm not even going to do temple. I'm just like trying to get to it. So I'm gonna try not doing any missions, and I'm gonna spin the globe until basically I'm ready to do temple, and then I'll do it. I don't know, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, tonight or tomorrow. I don't think there's anything else I really give a shit about. One extra flying armor would be kind of nice, I think. Fairly certain there's absolutely nothing else that I need. Oh, I want an SMG. It's not high priority, but it's alright. Maybe we'll just do this instead. The flying armor is, you know, it's not as key as you would think. Thing is, I only have one shooter that's not a mech. It's my gunner, Overwatch gunner, so he gets the flying armor. It's okay for others, but in some ways it actually has almost less survivability in certain cases. It's like you can't take... Corsair has repulsor and cover, which can actually make you tankier when you need to take one giant hit, which is usually what temple is. You're taking like one gigantic fat hit. Alright, so we'll build the SMG. I know that's useful. I think that's it. I just really don't want to fuck this up. Okay. So now we scan for 7 days basically. I think frost is the last thing that will probably happen or so. A whole bunch of things become available at 7 days. And we go. Alright. Scanning away.
detected. Contact detected.
I'm just going to use an aim module for this, I think. I'm pretty sure Fusion Lance kills it in like one hit.
Engaging bogey.
Almost done. What the fuck? Okay, thank you.
Contact detected.
Dum-de-dum. Okay. Shoot this fucker down. We're not actually going to do the mission.
We're in pursuit.
I mean, it's a bad idea anyways. Like, there's always a risk that I get gear destroyed. So. Just checking if I want to, like, repair some of these. I have plenty of money, so... Alright. Once we're down to, like, 2 days, we'll build the Gollop chamber. I want to build the last second because the missions start going nuts. Once you build, like, you get quadruple the missions. And I don't want to, like, lose the game because I'm not doing these missions.
Contact detected.
Okay, every time I skip a mission, like for example, I'm probably gonna skip this.
Detected.
Causes a bunch of panic.
Commander, we're receiving several urgent requests for assistance. There are
Mexico's gonna
abductions in
get-
progress at each marked site on the hologlobe.
Mexico's gonna get angry at me for ignoring their abduction.
Contact detected.
Okay, so this is bad. I'm about to lose the US unless I do this mission. God, I really don't want to do it. I just don't want to because it's boring. Like, it's boring playing a mission that doesn't matter. I don't even think it'd be easy. I don't have a lot of soldiers. Okay, so if I skip this mission, I lose the US, and and Mexico is still like 99. I would do a combat patrol in the US to bring Mexico back down, I guess. Fuck it. If I lose the game, it'll be funny, right? If I just lose the game because I lose all my last 3 countries in 7 days if I was skipping missions. Oh, Mexico's not gonna like this. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mexico. $730. Okay, where was I? Try not to die. Oh, you know what the other scary thing is? This going to 90 or 100. I mean, it's not good if it happens.
Contact detected. Contact detected.
Wait, is that another call? No.
Contact detected.
Oh my god, shut up. Yes, contact detected. Blah. Okay, we try to get this thing down lower. At least a half. I mean, if we can kill it, we can kill it. That'd be great.
Enemy is padlocked.
Fusion Lance, please.
We lost the bubble.
I guess I might use that satellite. I don't know. How are we doing? Okay, we're still okay. Everything's okay. I still have a shit ton of money. Like if I just sold stuff, I'd make a crazy amount of money. I was paranoid about overselling. Like, hello, I don't have enough for Golf Chamber now. Okay. If I seem like I'm being neurotic here, well, can you blame me? I've spent like 2 months on this campaign. To lose it to like a misclick here would be upsetting. Okay, is it time? I'd say it's time. Let's see. Ready in 32 hours. Where's the doll pen land? 40. Where's what? Does it not show up on here? Oh, there it is. 36 hours. All right, that seems pretty perfect, right? Cool. Got our Scion. Everything's good. I haven't fucked anything up. I don't think. I hope.
Contact detected.
Alright, well, fuck you, Mexico.
Contact detected.
No, how dare you. Never. We will never let go of France. France is like the last country to surrender. How poetic. Right. One last fuck you to the aliens. Gotta go blow up your home mothership. Or try to anyway. That mission is really hard. Not confident about it at all.
We have an incoming transmission.
Nah, I don't
from
want
the
to do this.
council.
I don't want to dispose your bomb. Oh, France, I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to blow up your city. Sorry, that bomb mission was 3 hours too early before the Gulp is ready. Let's see. One day, we have to wait for frost, so... Our Gulp is slightly early. How's our panic doing? 90%? Alright, well, whatever. The Gulp's ready in 5 hours. I don't think it's going to jump to 14 in the next 5 hours. This is really scary, though, having 2 countries this high up. I can do another...
Chamber online.
I can do another combat patrol if I have to.
Contact detected.
Uh-oh. If I have to, I mean, I might be doing that, like, right now. Okay. Call chambers ready. In theory, I could go right now if I had to. I could go with a 16 hours fatigued frost if I had to. Huh. Oh, they failed to destroy my satellite.
Contact detected.
Leave France alone, bullies. Oh, that can't stand. Fusion Lance, Firestorm, Patrol. What does that do? It's at 92. Blam. 910. Are you sure you want to spend $910? What did that do? Holy shit. That reduced panic by 42. France, you're back in it.
Contact detected.
things out.
Oh, Zhang is ready.
Contact detected.
Uh-oh. Frost, are you ready or what? Oh, you are. Whoops. Alright, is it time to go? I think it's time to go. Let's see. Do I have my team? Jaeger, Marauder, Goliath. Yes. Then we do Infantry, Volunteer, Van Dorn, Rocketeer, and Engineer. All my dudes are available. My gear's built. Alright. I'm definitely not going to fuck up. No misclicks allowed. So I tried a lot of different things for the Volunteer and setup. The 4 mechs are pretty core. Cover just sucks on Temple in general. Especially the first room. The cover in there is just fucking god awful. So mechs are really good. And they also do lots of damage. Mechs, CCS mechs are really good because you need to do damage on the alien's turn. You're fighting nothing but champions. So it's like a really weird level where all the strategy is skewed. Overwatch is way more important in general. Or reaction fire is way more important. So Jaegers are really good because they're very effective on both. Like shooting turns, they just do lots of damage. And they're also really good at Overwatch because they have Opportunist and they have CCS. Marauders are, I don't know, I'd probably rather this Marauder be a Goliath. The grenades are good because mines are really good and tanking is good. You just need to survive a lot of incoming damage from the champions. See, Overwatch Gunner, I tried different kinds of DPS, but I tried an Overwatch Medic, that sucked. Sniper was mediocre. Assault doesn't work. It's like everything's too far away. Double taps and whatnot are garbage, I think. I don't know. They're not good enough. But you like Overwatch, the reaction fire is useful, right? Just for the reason I explained above. So gunners are great because they do decent damage, and then they have shred as well. So it's like on top of that's shred is basically just like another kind of damage. And Gene because it gives them brain immunity, so they can tank mind controls. Like you can intentionally put them inside of commanders or the ethereal, and he can absorb a mind control. So it's a decent way of dealing with it. He's also very hard to hit. I equip the awareness item on him that the exalt base gives you, and it gives him like 100 defense in the air, so it makes him quite dodgy. I tried a mayhem volunteer. It works well, but I ended up using an infantry volunteer better, like a grenadier volunteer. It's not the infantry, like ignore the fact that it's infantry, I don't give a shit about that. It's just the grenadier and the high will. Grenadier especially worked quite well. It's like it does a lot of the same things that a mayhem gunner would do. Like it applies shred, it does a lot more AoE damage than a gunner would. And he has much better mobility than a gunner would. So overall I just found it more effective than the mayhem gunner. And then Rocketeer acid tech is super useful on I'm proclaiming it widely because I was afraid Ucross would do something about it, because who knows? I'm sure he knows, but if I start bragging about it, he'd totally nerf it. But acid doesn't bypass, but it doesn't contribute towards the plasma shield trigger limit. Like it doesn't contribute to the 40% damage limit each turn. So it's actually possible if mines are the same way. So if you acid and mine something, it's possible to kill it on the Overwatch turn without it ever getting a shot. It's hard to do though. It only works against enemies with lots of armor. And then I've tried medic volunteer. This would be my second choice after infantry volunteer. The nice thing about this volunteer is that you have medkits, which is a really good failsafe. If something goes horribly wrong in like the first room, you might be able to resurrect someone. That's useful. And then otherwise just more flashbangs is really good. This guy also has really good stats, like really high HP compared to like my infantry and stuff, but I found the grenades to be to be quite good. I wish I had a better volunteer though. Like I wish I had like some, I don't know, 10 HP engineer infantry volunteer. And then yeah, that's it. That's the team. Oh, and then my commander. The dense smoke is actually quite good. So I like especially in the first room, like you can basically I can sprint in all three of my CCS guys, stand next to like a muton or a sectoid or whatever spawns in there, and if I put them in dense smoke, they're going to stagger it when they on their Overwatch turn, almost certainly. It's also pretty good for tanking. Like I can do the sectopod without taking a hit from it, that sort of thing. All right, so let's equip our volunteer armor. Uh-oh. I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's there.
You've done it, Commander.
False alarm.
Dr. Valen is confident that this soldier has
This
the
is why we
power
built
to
the SNG,
interact
just
with
for
the
him.
alien device. I recommend we get started immediately.
Then I'm gonna give him probably a side defender. Other legit options would be, well, more grenades. I think conduit would be a legit option. I never tried it, but kind of wish maybe I had. I don't know. But side defender's good. I think it's good. I don't know how pen resist interacts with distortion. But if I can take like, because sometimes you use them to tank. I don't usually use them to tank, but if I do, I'd rather take like even taking 2 damage instead of 3 or 2 instead of 4 or whatever. The crit resist matters too. And the DR, like all this matters. The HP of your volunteer are quite precious, so being able to keep him alive. And obviously, if he dies, you lose the game. So if you need to tank with him, having more HP is from the side defender is quite valuable. I found. I probably won't use the auto pistol because I lose the mobility. I just care about mobility that much. I think I have SMG, so it basically does the same thing as it's like an auto pistol but worse, isn't it? Like doesn't the auto pistol do more damage? Because this is +2 from reflex pistols. Oh yeah, this is like a shitty auto pistol. Maybe I don't know. I rarely ever shot anything using him. What does pistol do? Pistol's just bad, right? Who knows? Maybe I'll use it. He's got Ranger. Alright. For the 5 of you in this stream, just so you know, I'm not actually gonna do Temple. I'm just gonna like be equipping my shit.
Once our volunteer
And I'm gonna
enters
do
the chamber, there
Temple
is
tonight or
no
tomorrow.
turning
I haven't
back.
decided yet.
This
Probably
is what we've been working
I don't know.
towards this whole time. We likely will not be able to make any developments beyond this point.
Alright. I'm committing to this. Why does it give me this? Oh god, it's fucking creepy. It's like the wrong perk there.
With each of our major victories,
I've seen this
we
cutscene
have
3
encountered.
times. Oh, sorry, was that like a humble brag? It's like, yeah, I get the temple all the time. I'm basically sick of these temple cutscenes because I'm here at the temple every day, like just doing temple all the time. Alright, now you get to see me do everything I just said in detail. Alright, so Jaegers get ultralights. We use grenades and gravity for the most part. Gravity is really strong because % reduction and it bypasses plasma shield just like acid. I have killed the sectopod without it shooting. It is possible, which is kind of funny when that happens. I don't mind bragging about it. I want to make the game harder for, oh no, he's not going to take updates though. I want to make it harder for Vault. Core plating may seem weird, like prediction computer would be really strong on them as well, because they do take a lot of Overwatch shots. It's just, I really want him to be able to take a hit. Like take one hit and not like instantly go to 1 HP or whatever. So it makes a big deal. Like that's, like I want to reduce the variance, right? Like I don't want to randomly lose to stray Cyberdisc just blowing my Jaeger up. And this helps with that. I mean, that can still happen, but it's less likely. I'm gonna throw out a restorative mist on one of them, I think. I'm gonna bring a couple restorative mists. Any more than that is a little kind of pointless, but 2 is good. Oh, wait a minute. Don't I put this on? No, this is the way I like to do it. Yeah. You definitely want grenade launchers. You don't give that up on the Jaegers because they're very good at clearing Overwatch from stealth when they need to. So it may seem backwards, but Marauder gets the slower mech, the slowest mech, because he's just better able to make up for it with his other mobility. I can't stand the Goliath in this mech. It's just unusable, in my opinion. Gravity mine. Punching is, I don't know. It's like not great. Mostly the Marauder runs around and stands there taking hits. I think I'd rather have a Goliath. Occasionally the punching is like pretty clutch. Like sometimes depending on what enemies spawn and what they do, you might be able to like break a plasma shield with a punch, in which case it turns out to be great. But usually your Marauder's just doing fucking nothing. In fact, he's usually one of my first choices for eating tanking the Uber. I just send him off to a corner, let him eat silences while the rest of the team actually kills the Uber or whatever. I mean, he does do good damage if he gets in close, but he's not great. His aim kind of sucks, and so on. Yeah, I'd much rather have a second Goliath, I think, just so I can spam more grenades at long range. There's like really nothing good to equip on this guy. Well, I mean, obviously core plating, but like there's nothing good. There's like no items. There aren't enough items for mechs. It's kind of weird that way. So I should give him a scope because whatever. Oh, here's my flying armor dude. So it would be really cool to put a scope in here, but it's more important that he stays alive again, just like putting core plating on the Jaegers. This makes him very hard to hit. It gives him like once he's flying, he has like something like 100 defense, and so it makes him very survivable. And that's I'd rather him do slightly less damage and not just randomly lose to whatever shooting him out of the sky. So just trying to reduce the randomness. So if I had a second flying armor, I would consider using it on him. It's not as big of an upgrade as you think. It's probably an upgrade. And I probably could have built one if I had like canceled one of the Stealth Raiders. The nice thing about it is that it like you can it's easier to position him, of course, but I don't know. Weirdly enough, I think the Corsair armor might be tankier, just because of repulsor and cover, both like usually you can only take one hit anyways, whether you're in flying armor or Corsair armor. But Corsair armor, you can take one big hit and then you take like 6 damage and heal it back up because you took repulsor and had DR. Alright, this is the reason we bring this soldier. Acid grenades and acid tech makes him very strong against big gigantic balls of armor they have to fight. I don't like flying armor on the engineer. Oftentimes you're standing him next to your mechs anyways. Okay. Let's see. So the only debatable thing would be for you. Like I built this SMG, but now I'm not so sure about it. Mobility's nice. He has pretty good mobility anyways though. The defense actually matters. Like for example, when I fight the Sectopod, I usually tank it with the I dodge tank it with the volunteer, and I get to high enough defense where the Insectopod is taking like 20% shots at me, and without the carbine it'll be like a 40% shot, so like double the damage, double the chance, right, that it hits. The aerial shred's not terrible. It is easier to hit things with this thing. You know, I don't know. Damage-wise, this thing kind of sucks because almost like half the shit on Temple is uncredible anyways. It's really just the mobility. So is the defense and aim and all that shred worth 1.3 mobility? I'm gonna say yes. Hopefully I don't regret that. I'm not gonna regret it. That's how I practiced Temple. I used a carbine. Alright. I want to do a check here because if I like forgot to equip a weapon or something, it'd be really fucking bad time to find out inside the mission. Like, LOL, your guy's using a ballistic weapon. Oh, here's another debatable thing. Not sure whether to take AP grenades or HE grenades. God, these got, oh yeah, +4 damage. Oh, but this 5 damage got affected by the way it interacts with Mayhem, right? Or did it? Payload, whatever you call it now. Let's see, calculator, 0.7 times 5. So Mayhem grenade, or HE grenade gets +3 damage. And AP grenades get +2. And then on top of that you get Ranger. That's it, Ranger, Jelly Delirium, and Plasma grenades. So there's a whole bunch of flat damage increases. There's a lot of flat damage increases though. So you get 2 plus 2 that's 1, 5, 6. So these do 9 damage base, I think. Plus 2 more from the upgrade. 11 damage. And HE does 15. No, that's not right. 6 plus 6. 7, 12, plus 4 more, 16. It's like 11 damage versus 16 damage. And then, but these have 2 penetration. The penetration is usually going to matter. So much stuff has DR. And then shred. Even if it's just a little bit of shred, that's probably worth it. And then of course the throw radius as well. Alright, we'll go with the AP grenades. I think either is okay. Both are reasonable, but AP grenades are maybe a little better here. And then yeah, obviously these are better than whatever, than everything else. Okay, so next stream, I'm gonna sign off now, but next stream I play, we'll actually do the temple. So yep, that's it.